walking about the streets of Newcastle this morning just before breakfast, and there is a good feel in the camp, and I really do think that they've got a lot at stake here this weekend. They can go right to the top of the league, as I say, with us alongside Melbourne on the same points, and that's a must. We've got to win here.
Well, you say Adelaide confidence is up. You wouldn't say the same about the Newcastle Jets now. We've only won one of the last 7 matches. For the reigning champions, very ordinary form. You wouldn't be happy as a coach. You wouldn't be happy if you were supporting the Newcastle Jets. So they'll be looking to turn it around, Albie. Of course, they lost last week in Wellington. They did draw against Perth Glory, who were bottom at the time, and they lost a couple in a row. So I think the last time they won it back, funny enough, was against Melbourne Victory, Albie. They beat Melbourne here by a goal to 0. So they'd be hurting at the moment.
Yeah, just again looking at the body language though, I'm very conscious of that when I'm walking in the ground, so just to see how people are ticking over, etc. But the way the team's warming up there is a bit of flatness about Newcastle. I'm just, we've seen Dutchie coming in as we walked into the commentary area and looked pretty flat, Dom, just sitting back, very relaxed. But you know, being at the bottom of the league there, you know, it's a bit deflating, and really people like Jade North make it known that he is moving on to another club. Adam Griffiths doubt over his future, you know, all the above, but doesn't really help the club's situation. Whereas on the other side of the coin, you've got Adelaide, really looking good, you know, signed their coaches for another 3 years, signed the important players for extended their contracts, etc. So all's positive for Adelaide, and I think that'll show in the performance today.
Well, during the week it was announced that Ian Fife from Sydney, the defender, will be joining Adelaide next season, and also during the week Jason Spaniolo will be leaving at his own request, by the way. Of course, he's on the bench here. He'll be seeing out this season. Albie's got a year to go, but he's asked if he can be released to pursue greener pastures. How do you see that?
Well, look, Spags is the first couple of seasons we had him as Player of the Year one year as well, Dom, and really his form, let's be honest about it, has not been up to scratch. He's set his own standard, shall we say, a year or 2 years back, and he's never really got to the heights of that standard that he's previously produced. But sad to see that he's actually pulled the plug on the whole thing, because really it's just when you go through a spell like that, which Spags has went through over the last few months or so, it's just a case of picking yourself up, dusting yourself down and getting on with it. But he's obviously seen it fit to move on, and it's quite disappointing because he's a good kid.
Yeah.
He's a good lad for the club, and disappointing to hear that he's made that decision.
He is a terrific lad, isn't he? And he's a very popular kid around the club. And you're right, he was terrific a couple of years ago. Fortunately, had a bit of an injury, which was a bit of a setback for him. Took him a while to get back in the side, but we know that Jason Spaniolo turns it on. He's always good to watch. But I guess it's one of those situations, Albie. He played terrific in his first season. Was a bit of an unknown. Came out of the local league, but then most players and teams worked him out, so it was a little bit harder the second season round.
He's a player as well, Dommy, that certainly plays on confidence. You know, he's playing quite well. He'll maintain that form, but he's not been playing well, and I think it's affected Spags big time. And really, he's that type of individual. You know, he's not really doesn't strike me as a very confident boy at the best of times, but and when he's going through a bad spell there, he's just probably finding it very, very difficult. And as I mentioned, seen it fit to move on. So all the best to Spags. Sorry to see him go, but we'll wish him all the best.
Let's look at the Newcastle lineup, Albie. You're looking to see where they're going to get their goals from. Of course, Joel Griffiths, I beg your pardon. There's always goals in Joel, but I suppose you've got Matty Thompson, who pops up and scores important goals. And then this young man, Marko Jesic, in fact, he scored the winner against Melbourne Victory the last time they won here with, I think, about 4 or 5 minutes to go. Big raps on this young kid. He's not only a young man, and they've got a few young boys in that team. I guess they're looking at the future, but it's pretty hard to look past who else will score some goals here, Albie. But as we know, Newcastle have always been a dangerous side. I've always had terrific encounters here with Adelaide United. But boy, you're scratching your head to see where they're going to score.
Well, Duplication must be mentioned as well, Dom. He strikes a good ball, and sometimes he gets forward with a bit of passion from midfielders. So Duplication is a threat. But as you mentioned, I think all their attacks will come from Elrich and Matt Thompson down the flanks. Barry Thompson obviously on the left-hand side.
Pretty quick, Elrich, too, isn't he?
He is very quick on that right-hand side. And I'm pretty sure that Vinny and Phil Sturt has mentioned that to the boys to be aware of their the players I've just mentioned, getting forward the mark. So, well, really, as you mentioned, there's not really many goal scorers in there. James Holland, possibly, but Jeff
much around about 8 or so minutes away before the teams come back out onto the park to kick off round 13 of this match here in a beautiful day here in Newcastle, as I mentioned, blue skies and really no rain inside, I can tell you that much, but around about 26 degrees or so. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back after the break and hopefully not too far away from the kick-off. This is 92.7 Fresh Football.
When tough tradesmen do tough jobs, they only want the toughest tools. And the toughest tools are DeWalt. Stronger, faster, more effective. DeWalt power tools beat the other brands for breakfast. Cordless drills, rotary and demolition hammers, chop saws and grinders, miter and circular saws, woodworking tools, multi-purpose drills, and every accessory in between. There's nothing wussy in this lot. DeWalt delivers the toughest power tools guaranteed. Put them to the test if you're tough enough. Buy DeWalt from Bianco Construction Supplies, stocking the entire DeWalt range. Fresh sponsor.
Pedro's Monday and Tuesday springtime special. Large pieces from $4.95 pickup excluding gourmet. Check pedrospizza.com.au, there's one near you. Pedro's Pizza supports Fresh. Back for News 7, the celebration continues with the Shores for the New Year's Day. Starring the Jungle Brothers, Wolf and Cub, and over 40 acts over 7 areas indoors and out. Tickets on sale at usual outlets and won't last long. The Shores for the New Year's Day, January 1st at the Shores. Fresh sponsor.
Fresh 92.7.
Welcome back to the Energy Australia Stadium in Newcastle. It's Adelaide United and the Newcastle Jets second versus bottom. And Adelaide looking to share top spot with a Melbourne victory if they can come away with the win this afternoon. Don Bernardo, your matchday commentator, and with me is Albie Kidd with his special comments. Well, they average around about 11,500 people here at the Energy Australia Stadium. I think we're going to be quite well short of that mark. They are doing the place up a little bit. In fact, it's starting to look pretty good, this stadium. I remember a few years ago when we used to come in, there was where we are, right against us, there was nothing there. They've got a brand new stadium, and I believe where we are, and we'll make sure we're not here when it happens, they're knocking this stadium stand down, and they're building it similar to that. So that's called progress.
They've started right below us as well, just doing the demo, but really look at the crowds, spectators on the grass there. Perfect day for a picnic here, lovely day, sun shining, picnic. There's a few people with picnic baskets there.
Are they? Did you bring it in for us here in the... Oh, there you go. Oh, well done, you've eaten it all. Let's have a look at the two lineups if you've just joined us late here on Fresh Football. Have a look at the Adelaide United lineup. First in goal is Eugene Galekovic. Number 3, Alamal. 4, Angela Costanza. 8, Christian Sarkis. 13, Travis Dodd. 14, Scott Jamison.